All right, guys, in today's video, I've got a special guest, Jeremy of Jeremy Fragrance, and we're going to talk about how to properly apply fragrance.
So we are here, Antonio.
Yeah.
We're here at Aaron's office. Awesome.
Yes, that's awesome. Now,
cool to be here.
This fragrance in particular.
It connects us.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
We were in London. He invited me to an event. Now, this is a great fragrance. You know, you recommend it. You talked about it. But it is something that, how does a man properly apply fragrance? So first off, what's the first thing I need to know about applying a fragrance?
You have to know what is the character of the fragrance. That, of course, is where I come in the game. If you have a popular fragrance like 1 Million, that gold bar, you have seen it, that gold bar, it smells like fruity bubblegum. You shouldn't wear that in the office. So understand the scent character and where you are going. This one, for example, is a fragrance with fresh nuances. It is creative but mass appealing. It's a great release. It has good performance. Your question was also, how do we know how long a fragrance lasts?
Yeah. So do they list like the percentages, or is there something
No.
I can figure, how I can figure this out?
You have to test it simply like that. You are in a store, wherever you go, you spray one fragrance that you like here, the other fragrance there, you see how long it lasts. Is it still here after 4 hours?
So when you're applying this, how many different fragrances can you actually apply?
8.
8.
I always spray 8 fragrances on myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same on the other hand without a suit.
And can the average guy actually figure this out? I mean, that seems like a lot of fragrances. Can he really smell 8 different, like?
No.
No?
I wouldn't suggest you. I would go for 2.
2.
2 you like, one here, one here, and you see over the day, how is that one? You can ask some nice girls.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you, I have just sprayed 2 fragrances. Can you tell me which one you like more on men? That's how you get into conversation.
What about the pieces of paper that they give you? Is that useful at all? Yeah.
It's good for a first impression, but you don't know how long it really lasts because it's not skin.
And how long do we expect a fragrance to last before I could retry this?
At least 3-4 hours every fragrance should give you.
Okay.
And you can help, of course, with washing it off. If you're looking for the best office fragrances, type that into YouTube and you find my recommendations.
I'm gonna put a number of his videos down in the description. Go check it out. An amazing channel. Now let's get into some of the specifics about where do I apply this.
Yeah. So I have 2 spray routines for you guys. I have one spray routine when you're in a close encounter, closed environment, like in a plane, you sit just next to people. So a minimum spray routine would be 3 sprays.
Okay.
Behind each ear, I always go behind each ear.
So 1, 2. Okay.
And the third is on the back of your neck.
Back of the neck. Now, I talk a lot in my videos about just applying it, and me personally, I apply right 2 to 3 right here on the chest area. Why I talk about, you know, not announcing yourself when you walk in a room, actually getting close and being discovered. So I know you're a bit more aggressive, and there's all different types of schools of thought here. It's about being comfortable, practicing wearing fragrances.
You want a fragrance to be close to you, so if you give a girl a left kiss, right kiss, she smells you, it's your intimate sphere here, you want her to come closer again instead of smelling you across the other room. I don't like spraying the chest so much because it constantly annoys you over the day.
Well, I mean, it depends on what it is. I mean, you know, I'm a huge fan of Creed, and I like the genre base, and I know these don't annoy me at all. I like them to be close.
Yeah, sure. I like the behind each ear because it's also a pulse point, which this one not. So a pulse point is a place like here, behind your ankles, here, here, where the blood flows a lot, where there's a lot of heat, which helps the fragrance to be more aromatic and more around in the air.
Now, what do you think, like, on my clothing? Is it something that, like,
It's totally fine.
Okay.
Your clothes is a better scent carrier than your skin.
Yeah. Now, what about I just saw you sprayed it out there. Obviously, the scent cloud is not something where you spray and then just walk into it. That's not something we want to do.
I'm not a fan of that.
Okay.
It's a waste for me. I want it to be more precise.
So now let's get into a little bit more of an aggressive one.
Sure.
Okay, so
you go shopping.
Go shopping.
With people, and other people are around you. You go into a nightclub.
Got it.
You can go more sprays. So again, the 3 sprays are always there here. 1, 2, 3. And then I spray just here on the collar, not too close.
So we're really focusing in on this area here.
Yes, your intimate area.
Now,
it's the best.
You sprayed my ankles. We were actually at we were at a store earlier, and you said, hey, why not spray on the back of your ankles?
The back of your ankles, because I am pretty tall, so if I go and people sit in a restaurant, I pass 87 people, nobody will smell me if my fragrance is up here and they sit here. But if it's on my ankles, they will turn their heads.
Now, what about, let's say, some of the etiquette here? Because with wearing it, especially, let's say, in the United States, I know it's more common. I was just talking with an Egyptian woman. You go to Egypt, men own fragrance. In the United States, we're much more conservative. You hear that people say, hey, I'm going to get a migraine headache if I smell somebody with a fragrance. You're going to be on public transportation. So in that case, is it something maybe you'd keep a bottle at work, and you could spray a little bit more there, spraying it throughout the day? I know these things sometimes last only 3 to 4 hours, maybe 8 hours. How does that work applying throughout the day? And kind of minute watching. There's 2 separate questions there.
Yeah, sure. So you can, of course, take a fragrance with you to work, especially if it's a great fragrance like Dolce & Gabbana, the one, but only lasts 3 or 4 hours. So you can reapply it over the day. Yes, keeping a fragrance at work is cool, or simply going for a strong fragrance, because there are always strong fragrances in any category. We have the cleanest, nice, citrusy-based fragrances that don't last so long, that are long-lasting, if you find the right one.
Okay. One thing I talk about, with clothing, with everything, is practice, practice, practice. You got to find what's right for you, because I'm sure this is
your expression of you.
Exactly.
So if you can confidently rock it, you will also get the nice compliments. So you also have to know it's an accessory that enhances your appearance, even without you already speaking with that person.
Now, what about fragrance like for different occasions? You've got, for work, maybe something you would wear, but then you're going out to meet the ladies. You want to have a great time with your wife. Is there something that you're going to wear there?
You can wear for the daytime in the office. You wear a soap-based fragrance like Prada L'Homme. It's a clean, inoffensive daytime fragrance. In the evening, you can wear something seductive, which is a head turner like Versace Eros, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Those are fragrances that have a seductive touch to it.
Okay.
You won't really get the extreme sexy reactions with these type of fragrances that smell like a bar of soap. It's also interesting, you did some nice research. You saw grapefruit helps you to boost confidence. There are certain stuff, and there are also research what women like. Women like mint, women like vanilla. It's a thing that women like in particular fragrances, and that's what perfumers also play with, because they know men also like to wear fragrances because women like men to smell good.
Now, what about, I've got certain fragrances like Sauvage. You just introduced me to
nice
that one. And I really like it. Now, I also like Creed, and you talked about that they were close.
Yeah.
So how is it that a man really discovers what he likes, and can you talk about why I in particular would probably like those 2 fragrances?
Yeah. Okay, sure. So those are very fresh, aromatic, with a woody undertone fragrances. You're not an Oriental guy for me, so some guys at your Menfluential conference asked me, hey, what fragrance would suit to me? This guy looks like an Egyptian prince or something. I say, wear a nice Oriental fragrance with a nice cardamom vibe. It's an Oriental spice. It totally suits him, whereas it wouldn't suit me so nicely. But that's too complicated to explain right now. Again, sorry.
Well, again, we're going to link
to my videos.
In the description, guys. I'm going to link to specific videos which will go into more detail. So go check them out.
Yeah. So that's a big thing. You can make it easy. You can make it uncomplicated. You can just wear Dior Sauvage. You can just wear Acqua di Giù Profumo anytime, every day. It will get the job done, but just like in the fashion industry, like in the shoe game, you can take it to the absolute maximum, but it depends how much you like this stuff, how much you're into it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you've got to try it, via the internet, very difficult to explain. And guys, I'm going to be linking to a number of Jeremy's, my favorite videos, also ones that go into more detail about everything we talked about here. Understanding fragrance, you can actually get people to trust you more. It's a conversation starter. It is a secret weapon.
And it's the easiest thing to boost your attractiveness.
Yes.
It's the only magic pill that we have, if you're asking me, and the fastest magic pill. What else boosts your attractiveness so fast? Like one, zack, it takes 3.75 seconds and you're, let's say, 10% more attractive than before, because no person on this planet likes people that stink, but everybody enjoys people that smell good. There's a lot of stuff about the sense of smell, which is very
There's
nice.
a lot of things I know you want to say. And guys, again, link it to Jeremy's channel down in the description. Now, in the comments, I want to hear from you guys. What did you think of this video? What questions do you have for me and for Jeremy? And I'm also in the description going to link over to my infographic on fragrance and going into a lot more details. So, Jeremy, thank you very much for coming on the Real Men Real Style. I appreciate you.
To be here.
Yeah. Jeremy, can you do a spin for us? Okay, so here we go. All right, let's try. So I'm gonna.
Nice one.
Almost.
That was not
Okay.
bad.
Oh, wait.
That was
There's the
not
camera.
bad. One and a half.
My daughters actually are amazing ice skaters. 1.5. I didn't
One
want to,
and a
what was that like? You did a triple axel there almost.
We have a carpet
Yes.
here,
Yeah.
so that's Aaron. He made a carpet here. It's not so
Yeah.
easy to spin. It's easier to spin on. Easy
All right, so
floor
you were
here.
even outside your element there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, take care. See you in
Thanks,
the next
guys.
video.
Bye.